Welcome to Trading Lounge and the daily US stocks for August 3rd, and just quick look at the NASDAQ just to get our sort of bearings. It's been a bit of a rough journey last night, last session, night for some, day for some. We're still in a wave 4, and in some cases we can look at this as wave 1 to the upside, with wave 2 pulling back and then going up for 3, 4, 5. In other cases, in other markets, we will need to put wave 4 over here, and they're still coming down and still need to finish off here before heading higher. So there's two things going on with all of this, and that's one of them. The other thing is that I've got this wave 4 here to wave 5 here in this case. When we looked yesterday at stocks, and we looked also at the S&P low volatility index here for the S&P, so in this case, in a nutshell, we're looking for an A and a B and a C wave up here for a B wave, and then down for a C wave here to finish a larger ABC. It is possible that we can just continue to move up, in a bullish market, but we have to get past these 5 waves here from that low to this high. The 60, that box is the 61.8% at the 10,500 for this. And you can see here too, as I mentioned yesterday, if you've got a bit of a keen eye for Elliott, you can see that we've got some sort of 1s and 2s in here in the building process. We haven't really got wave 4 yet, but we can see that wave 4 is developing there, as it's sort of separating from the trend. So that's all good. But what I wanted to say here is as well is that I think we're on the 15-minute chart. With the S&P, with the NASDAQ, looking at it, we just had wave 4 happening, and then we get wave 5, and that's the top. But when I look at this index here, and we had a look at it in detail yesterday, and I'm just going to try and open it up a little bit here so we can see it a bit. Yeah, you can see this one's still coming down in that regard. But we had wave 1 here, 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and going up for 5 for the 3rd, then the 4th, and then the 5th. So that still needs to be resolved in a way. So basically with the NASDAQ, when we looked at the NASDAQ just then, we've got wave 4 here or wave 4 over here, and we go up for wave 5, and that's it. But with the S&P here, I still got this other 3, 4, and 5 here for this one, and I have gone over this in some detail here, so I'm quite sort of happy with it. Yeah, anyway, I haven't really resolved that just yet, but yeah, so in some cases wave 4 could be over here finished in some cases. In other cases you can still see that it needs to come down here. It still needs to come down, so there'll be 5 waves in this little move. There'll be some sort of A wave, B wave, and C wave here, so another little sort of spike down, and just enough to trap the shorts, and then a move up from that point. Okay, moving along into the stocks now. So with Apple, we had a wave, I can't remember what we had here actually, but it was something like this. This is on the 1K tick chart over here, so you can still see it still needs to come down a little bit, long as it doesn't take out the top of this wave 1 here, because it's very clear as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So as long as it doesn't take out that at 157, then it's fine. So I think that that low could stay in place here for Apple, but we do have 3 waves up here, or we can come down a little bit further. But let's just go in and have a look at the 100 tick. But it does appear that because we've got wave 1 here and 2 here, and even if we put wave 3 in here, even as such, we're still 1 wave short here at least. I mean, unless we're going to be more bullish, and this is some sort of 1 and 2 building to the upside. But as far as going long, you could go long above this top here, so that's kind of a nice little setup. But we'll take a closer look at this on the 100 ticks. So yeah, I was thinking of it like this, but I looked at that and I pulled this apart here. It counts as 5 waves here and another 5 here. And then from this top, I've got to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looks like this wants to come down a bit further here now. So yeah, a little bit, but it hasn't taken out the low here. That's the other thing here. So let's just, if it takes that low out, then we'll need, if it takes that low out, then we need to count this down as 1 and 2 here. Okay, so yeah, and then we'll have 3, 4, 5. It'll be a little bit sort of squashy in here, but that's how it will play out to finish off. So the 159 is a good, I'll take that 160 and put this at 159. I mean, the big number here is 158, but we'll just see how that sort of plays out. It may go to the 158, probably, by the looks of it. Looks like it wants to, in a way, but that's the biggest number in that. Apart from the 160, that's the next biggest number there. So yeah, a little bit sort of awkwardy sort of wave structure in this here, and I kind of wonder with all of this is that, we actually, this wave 5 that I'm looking for, that we actually put over here, and we got some sort of A, B, C here for the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave. So coming back into the bigger picture here for a moment, just go to the daily chart. I mean, the thing is that I also understand too is that when you get to the top of markets, they don't always finish the way that you expect them to. So I'm still looking for one more move up here. But I wonder, because of what's going on with Apple, I wonder if we've actually started this B wave here, So yeah, a bit of it means that a lot of the markets will need to be, have really weird tops. But anyway, let's just see what happens in the next session, and we'll take it from there. But with Apple, I'd still one wave short, looking for a move to the upside, then an ABC here, and then a move up at that point. So let's have a look at Nvidia. So Nvidia's got a nice bit like PayPal really, and a few others. It's got that nice 5-wave structure to the upside. And once that's finished, and it's kind of maturing at that in this last leg here, it's taken out the top and all the rest of it, so it could turn, but in turning would be looking, because it has 5 waves here, we would be looking, it kind of cements a 3-wave move in after that. And because we've got 5 waves here in the opposite direction of the trend, then we can get another 5 coming up at this point, and that's really what we're looking at this point. Of course, this could be a low in place here too, as wave A and B and C here, and then moving up into new highs. That's possible, but we just need to go step by step. But as it stands, we've got 5 waves here. So we'll get 3 waves back and then another 5 waves up here. The question is that little 5 waves in that 5th wave here from wave 4 to 5, is that finished? And it's a little bit of an odd structure to work with, I have to say, but I'm doing my best with it. So let's just bring in, let's just go to the bottom here so we can see the bigger picture here for a moment. So it's been counting quite nicely as 1 and 2 here, and then going up for 3 here and 4 here, and then we're going up for 5. And like I said, it's done everything that it really needs to do in terms of taking out the top here, and wave 3's got the extension in, so wave 1 and wave 5 can be roughly the same. So it's kind of there. It's just I don't have a very clear sort of picture of it sort of finishing, and I know I can put wave 1 here. I know I can also put wave 1 over here for this. And this is a little bit messy in here, but as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd wave is quite nice. And it's pretty ugly for a 4th wave. And then this 5th wave going up, which, like I said, in some cases, in the NASDAQ, we could look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then pushing up higher from, from this point. So that's possible. So what you can do is you could also look to go long above this high here for that. Yeah, otherwise we'll pull down here further and it won't affect any sort of long trade that you have. But every way I count this from this low here, it just doesn't seem to be finished in a way. I can't finish it. I can't finish it off to wave 5 at this point. That's my issue. I still need at least another one to the upside here. So yeah. Anyway, that's where we are. So you can go long above there, but it also could come down to the wave 4 of one lesser degree at this point. And we could also just look at this as 1 and 2 here as well. So that's also possible in this. So we'll see how that hangs in there for that. So the next one is Amazon. So with Amazon as well, it's possible to look in the bigger picture, as I've mentioned before, as an A wave, a B wave, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. The only problem with that is that wave 5 here is truncated. So, technically, because it hasn't made a new low here, I'm sort of okay with it because it's at the strongest number in the market, number 1. But technically, you would really need to use this as wave 1 or wave A here, and then some sort of A, B, C for the B wave here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here finishing. So we'll see. But anyway, in this little move here, we're still one wave short here as well. So I was looking for, one more move up here, the wave 4. The 130 would be roughly the 38.2% retracement level for that. So yeah, we'll just stay with this until proven otherwise. Yeah, but in the bigger picture, we can have a low in here of wave 2 or 4 of a larger degree. Otherwise, we'll have an A, B, C here, and then move down for another leg, one more leg to the downside. So let's go in, where are we here? 100 ticks from 10,000 ticks to have a look at that little area there. So this is a little bit different here because this chart at the bottom here, because I've got the bullish count here. If it was going to be a bullish count, it would be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, building to the upside. And there's a good case for that because it certainly scooted along here because of the earnings. But now it's become its sort of dull pattern here. But yeah, looking for wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, looking for the fourth wave. So that can come down further. We can look at this here from wave 2 to the top here. I have to take it to that one, even though that spiked even higher there. But we do have 5 waves here and a corrective wave here. So it can pull back to the 38.2%. So we'd have to look at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down here. Let's just have a little look in that now that it's developed a little bit further. Looks like it wants to roll over. I'm just wondering if this is a fourth wave here, if we've got some sort of 1 and 2 in here for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd have to look at that 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, the number 3 here at 30 is the top of minor group 1, and this is subgroup 1 here. So that's where the bounce will come in from, and that's probably where it will come to. The other point here too, if you were looking to go long here, then you could look to go long above these, above this top here. But of course, if that comes down here, you can obviously get a better position on all of that. But that's where we are there. That still needs to come down. And Facebook, this is not a daily chart, it's 2 days. And what we've been looking for here is a bounce off the 150. So we've been getting that while the other markets make a wave 5 to the upside and then roll over. This will make a wave 4 and then roll over. Okay, so we're not there yet. We're going to look at this when we get that wave 5 into the top of the A wave for the other markets. So that means that just getting Apple here, Amazon here as a thing. So I was going to look at Facebook once this wave 4 had finished, and then we move up to wave 5. Now we may not move up to the 150 in Amazon here. Sorry, I should have that in here. Yeah, so when this move comes up through here, then that will be this wave 4 coming into play here, and then we can look to short that into wave 5 if you want to do with a small position above the 150 and then build under the 150 and get down to the 130. Not a biggie, but it's something. And Tesla. So with Tesla, we can look at the whole market as a bullish market with that's the low here of wave C, or we can look at it as wave A, and then we go up for an A, B, and C wave up here for a larger B wave. It doesn't really matter at this particular point in time. You know, we can label these 1s and 2s in through here, but it's best to start conservatively and then build a case on top of that. So in this instance here, we're also looking for a wave 4 up here and then a wave 5 to finish. Now, Tesla's held up very well. We could put wave 4 here, or we could put wave 4 over here for this. I think we'll just go to, it does look a bit impulsive down here, but that looks also impulsive. Just go to the, from 1000 to 100. Okay, I have looked at it. It looks like it can count as 5 waves down of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2. Nice strong 3rd wave. Nice 4th wave here. Bit of a dodgy 5th wave here, but we'll just take that on board for the moment. And we'll look at that as, you could probably look at that as you'd probably look at it as an impulse wave, yes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and A and a B. Look, you can look at that as 5 waves, and I have, yeah, obviously I've put wave 1 up here. So we could have wave 1 here and A and a B and a C back for wave 2. So if that top there gets breached, you can go long from that point. Otherwise, it's going to come down here in 5 waves of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move up, and then you'll have to look to get a classic trading levels pattern over here to go long at that point. So you'll need a pattern like that, or hit the arrival, the reaction, wait for the first high, let it sink in, do its thing, and then just come down from the highs and get triggered in and go long from that point. So that would be over here for that, but in the meantime we could put that over there, but I should put that there, at least I know I've talked about it. But so that's Tesla at that point. And Alphabet here, this is just on the daily chart. From the low here, we're looking for a move back to these highs here, and we can also consider this a little wave 4, and we still need one more push to the upside. I wasn't interested in trading this because it's in such a it plays such a tight range, this market. It can move along, scoot along when it needs to, but we can obviously see it traveling sideways here, and I think it's got this, you know, this could actually be a wave 4 here, by the way. So we could look at this realistically as 1, 2, 3, 4 here and go down for wave 5 here. But the reason I haven't really done that is because of all the markets, you know, had these lows here. So I really need to tie it in with that wave A there to keep the timing of the whole you know, markets together in a way. So I think that another little push up to 120 in its own time, and then a move back to 105, and then a move up. So we could look to trade this up here, this one and this one, but in here it's just going to be a little bit tight, so I don't think the risk reward is there for that. Microsoft also in a wave 4, and this move down through here, you could count it as 5 waves, but this top here and this low here, they overlap, so that could make it corrective, and we could have that in play here. So it could just move up from that point, but if not, then we should expect a move down to the 38.2% retracement level before moving higher. If this top here gets breached for any reason, then you can look to go long at that point there as a safe trade. Obviously, The 280 here is a strong 8. We're in minor group 2 here, which is 65, 72 and 80. So the market's supported in here, and we should get a bounce off the 270 sort of area here and move up. But getting through this old high here is probably not the best trade, but all of the trades are going to be like that. They'll all need to get through their old highs, and that's going to sort of stall the market a little bit at that point. And Berkshire Hathaway, so yeah, I've got to put this as a wave 4 here, and it still needs to come down a little bit further, so we'll need to look at this here as the A wave, the B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to come down. So probably a bounce off the 290 before going higher, and we don't want to go, maybe even, yeah, that'd be about right, and we don't want it going too far down because we'll start to get overlapping wave structures at this point. And yeah, I mean, I tried to think about it. Can this actually be a top in place, you know? So I was thinking that we could put wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and put wave 3 here with an A, B, C, D and E here for wave 4, and then have wave 5 finished off up here. So that's sort of possible, so I need to keep a bit of an eye on that. But you know, like I say, this would come under the low volatility stock, so it's still got further to go up here. So yeah, I'm just, you know, just have to think outside the box and then get back in the box. Such. So wave 1 could also go here as well for that. But it doesn't really count very nicely from that point, so I probably need to put this over here. I could also put wave 1 here, of course, as well, but then it just doesn't sort of fit very nicely. I'd still need another 2 highs here, like in those volatility stocks in that sense. So yeah, we'll see. All the markets will top and turn together, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But we'll stay with the wave 4 here. We'll stay with another move to the upside until proven otherwise. I know that it's not easy in this particular space at the moment. Also for block here as well, you know, I gave this a little bit of thought. We could have this as the A wave here. I mean, apart from having a low in place and we're going into a bullish market, if we're looking for the A wave and the B wave, the conservative move first, we could look at this as an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave for the B, an A, B, C here for the A wave here, and then the B wave here, and then the C wave finishing just here. But it's one way of looking at it, but it's just a little bit awkward. It doesn't kind of fit. So I'm thinking that this wave 4 here needs to come into play as a reaction from that 80 and then move up at that point. So something like this here, and I wouldn't expect it to go too far up here as well. I think it's just going to stick around this 80 here for a while. That's the top of group 1 and the lower end of group 2. So if we have a look at this on the 100 ticks from 1,000 ticks here, it'll be a little bit differently here. I mean, I've got this counted differently going up here on the 100 ticks, which has more to go to the upside. So looking at it as wave 1 here and 2 here. So to get my wave 3, I just can't see it yet. I'm just not there yet, and I haven't seen a wave 4 in here at this space here yet either. So in this case, I can count wave 1 to here, but it counts better as wave 1 sitting here because this counts as 1 and 2 here, and then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third wave, a fourth wave here, and then a fifth wave here. So if I'd put wave 1 here, then it's difficult to count that up there as another wave 1, you know. And then 1 and 2, I could put this wave 1 and 2 over here for that, but I'll just take that spike, ignore that spike and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2. And then all the way up here for 3, 4 and 5 for the third, fourth, fifth. So I'm still not even in my fourth wave here, you know, so I'm a little bit confused here. But I think one of the takeaways here is that you don't have to do anything because we're at 80, and if you were long, and I think that was quite old, that one, so I can remove that trade, but if you were long, then at the 80 would be the target area here. But this is group 1 above and group 2 below, so I believe that this market is just going to be rattling around in this space for a while. So I don't think we need to make any decisions about this until the pattern matures more, and then we can see it. So I know the rest of the markets have got their wave 3 tops in, but I can't see it counting this up here. So I'll just need to leave that for a while. And the banking sector looking pretty ugly across here for BAC. The best fit that I can see here is an A wave. I was looking for a impulse wave up through here as 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. We just didn't get it. We just got stuck with 3 waves. So we'll have to look at this as some sort of C wave here, but obviously that's got overlapping structures and we'll better fitted as some sort of WXY, but just for the purpose of looking at 3 waves for wave 4, that will be fine at this point. If you're going to go long here again, the 33.50 as a nice tested support would be the upside area at that point to go long at. And Goldman's here, we were counting. This is probably not right here, now that I think about it a bit. So I'll probably have to, if this comes down, if this moves down any lower than this wave 1 here, then, because I've counted nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, if it comes down, if this comes down any lower and crosses over this, then I'm going to need to put wave 3 up here and this wave 4 over here, and then I'll need to look at this here in some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up here for this, and make wave 3 here. It doesn't look right, but yeah. And if you're going to go, apart from the wave count, if you're going to go long here, you'll need to go long just above this top here, because it's getting quite nice support across the top here, and that can be on 330, which is the top of group 1. So yeah, support on that would be to the long side at that point. But at this stage, if wave 3 is up here, then this can also come back down here further for this. These will go over here for this. Let me just check that. Got to have a 1 and 2 in here somewhere, don't we? And then that's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't know. It counts okay to that point for that. Let me just check this. That seems okay. Anyway, yeah, to bring this in with the other rest of the markets, we would have to put wave 3 here, but it's also a little bit tricky up here. I haven't really got, I mean, I've got 5 waves here, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here. Just don't get 5 waves to finish that off there either, so that's a bit of an issue at that point. Just doesn't finish off right here. Anyway, any long trades need to be above this top here, and just be mindful that it can move down further. Alrighty, I'll leave it all at that. Yeah, well, we're definitely, just to recap a little bit, we're beginning of Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursdays are normally the sort of swing days in the market, so that's certainly happening. We certainly need to see some push to the upside, but I think there can be just a little bit more push to the downside, so be careful about shorting at this point. I think that you'll get trapped, and then we'll look for a reversal back to the upside. You know, the trend basically is moving to the upside, isn't it? So that's what we need to stay with until proven otherwise, and we don't have clear impulse waves to the downside just yet. Alrighty, cheers.